Oh, boy.
Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Good morning here on a Warriors Wednesday. Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Friedman's Appliance. Or wait a minute. Let me get the right read. My stuff is all out of order. It's all out of order. All out of order. Pause. All right. I don't know what it's brought to you by. Morning Roast here, 95.7 The Game. We just gave out tickets. We'll announce the winner in just a second. 888-957-9570. We'll get right back to the calls. We're going to go down to Miami and talk to our main man, Flemming, in just a second. By the way, I love the Sacramento folks in the chat. I do embrace them. And a lot of people on Twitter is like, man, it's getting personal between you, D-Lo, KC, Deuce, and Mo. No. Those are my guys. I was texting with D-Lo this morning. Kenny's my guy. Deuce and Mo are great people. Those are my peoples. Now, Trisha Crick, listen loud and clear, D-Lo, KC. Y'all gonna get her ethered. She out here stunting and flexing. I'm gonna send her ass back to Portland in a minute. All right? Go rooting for those Blazers. Y'all gonna ether her. Y'all gonna have me ether her anyway. Let's talk to Flem, man, because, look, we can talk Warriors, and we're losing our minds. We can talk Trey Lance and trade rumors. We're gonna lose our minds. Let's lose our minds with Dave Fleming discussing the San Francisco Giants because it was just announced 20 minutes ago that Alex Wood has been placed on a 15-day injured list with a left hamstring strain. Right-handed pitcher Tristan Beck recalled from AAA Sacramento. And Fleming is live in Miami getting ready for the Giants-Marlins as the Giants try to avoid a 3-game sweep. Flem, good morning to you out there in South Beach, Miami.
Well, yeah, we're not quite at South Beach right at the moment. I'm inside the park. Hopefully it's not too loud. They like to turn the park into a nightclub even at 10 a.m.
Hey, did you get your mimosa at the Clevelander before this game?
They've rebranded it. Yeah, it's not the Clevelander anymore.
Yeah.
Really? What is it now?
They don't have the dancing, the dancers lined up with the club music during the entire game. So they have changed the vibe out there a little bit. I don't think it's anything, although the advertising sign that's above that part of the ballpark says Hair Club. So maybe you gotta have hair to go in. I don't know.
Well, I'm losing mine, so I don't know if I can get invited there.
Well, Flem, as a Bay Area native, as a sports fan, I'm sure that you saw the Draymond Green Sabonis thing the other day. Let's start right there. What did you think of the play? What did you think of the suspension?
I was arguing with all my buddies about this because, look, the suspension to me clearly is based on the league just being. They basically out and out said it. They're tired of his act and they're tired of watching it, and so you're suspended. Because I was shocked that they suspended him. There's no way that what he did warranted. To me, it didn't even warrant being ejected from the game, but especially a follow-up suspension. Number one, he was legitimately held by the guy, Sabonis. Absolutely. Like, he grabbed his leg. And to call that a stomp, I've watched it 20 times. Like, did he land on him intentionally? Maybe he did a little bit. And to say that Sabonis is hurt by that, I'm sorry. That was not some sort of, ultra malicious stomp. It wasn't egregious. It just wasn't. Watch the thing. Yeah, you just can't convince me that was suspension worthy. But by the same token, I do understand that they're tired of him.
Yeah.
To say that he's been a critical part of the team for a long time, they wouldn't have won these championships without him. But clearly they're tired of him and they're tired of the act, and so he got suspended. But I was shocked, and to me, there's zero justification for a suspension for what he did.
Yeah. Flem, Shask and I were discussing it, and I don't even think it had anything, because I'm with you. I agree 100% with what you just said there. I think what really happened, though, was when he stood up on that chair on the sidelines and started enticing the crowd. And Adam Silver's there in the building, the commissioner of the NBA, and it was almost like he was taunting them and acting like a full WWE character. And I think that maybe got him popped there, as well as a history. They said it right there in the memo, but right there as well. But I still think they could win Game 3, Flynn, without Draymond Green.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Sure seems like it's, I don't know about death knell. That's, maybe that's too strong, but it sure seems like, and that's why it bugs me to suspend the guy. I don't know if it's a series decider, but it makes the Warriors' chances way less than they would have been if they had him for game 3.
Yeah. Let's pivot to the Giants real quick. Last week, obviously, the Logan Webb extension. I'm thrilled for him. He's a competitor. I think it's a below market value when you look forward at some of these free agent and extension contracts. I think it's just a brilliant deal. I'm excited that he's a homegrown guy that wants to be a Giant. I know he's had a rough start to the year this year, but in terms of building a foundation for this team moving forward, I love that Logan Webb was locked up. What were your thoughts when you saw the extension?
Oh, me too. Everybody who's been around him, loves the kid. He's still got room to grow. To me, that's kind of the exciting part, is he can still get better. He loves the Giants. He loves being here. He's a Northern Californian. Like, everything about it is good. And he earned it. He did. It's not just like good regular season performance. When they gave him a chance in the playoffs, he could not have been better against a monster opponent. I'm really happy for him. And he should be a building block for this team. He is a building block for this team. And he absolutely deserves all of it. So, look, all those deals, you talked about the value of the deal. All those deals are sort of like you share the risk a little bit. A pitcher can get hurt. That everybody understands that. So maybe the player takes some guaranteed lifetime, financial security for giving up a little bit of upside. That's how you make a deal like that. It's a win-win for everybody.
Dave Fleming here on the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game joins us every single week here on the Morning Roast as the Giants try to get a win here. They've lost 4 straight. 2 to Detroit, of course, Sunday got rained out, and then the first 2 games in Miami as they try to get back on track. Hopefully they get Mitch Henniger back soon. I know he started a rehab assignment last night in Sacramento. They just got to get healthy, Dave. What an atrocious start to the year when it comes to the injuries. They got to play Blake Sable in left field, and we saw how that worked out Saturday morning. Much to his credit, he tried, he played hard, but that was a tough ball to get to there in the 7th inning. They just got to get healthy, Flemming. They just seem snake-bitten, especially the last 2 seasons here. I guess last season and the early part of this year with the injuries. We don't even know who the Giants are yet because of all the injuries.
Yeah, and it's I think it is a fair criticism to say they've been an older team, so you invite more injuries. And I've heard that, and I think there's some fairness to that criticism. But you're right. I mean, right now they're missing. You would say they're 3. The heart of their order, all 3 guys are out: Conforto, Haniger, and Jock Peterson. Slater's a monster against lefties and has the best pinch hitter OPS in the history of baseball. Austin Slater's an incredible weapon off the bench. They don't have that. You're seeing that these last few games where they just can't mix and match the way they want to. Like, I said it on our postgame last night. I've had so many managers tell me that the Giants are really hard to manage against, that the Giants present so many problems because of the way they can use their full roster and mix and match. Right now, the Giants are easy to manage against. They are. Like, you're not worried about pinch hitters coming off the bench. There are pockets of the lineup where there's an easy maneuver for the opposing manager. Here's the guy I want against that. It's just so much easier right now than it usually is. And that stinks. And they can't feel sorry for themselves. Nobody's feeling sorry for them. But they're missing too many of their key pieces. Last night, the bottom of the order, 6 through 9, went 0 for 15 with 10 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, what is that? Number one, you need some better performance, need better at-bats from those guys. But that's when you get exposed by all the injuries that have piled up early, and you're running players out there in combinations that you don't want to have to. It's just the reality right now. All the I know this doesn't make Giants fans feel happier. They're cranky right now. I understand it. But all of the underlying numbers are way better than a 5-11 record would indicate. They have an OPS that's 35 points higher than the Diamondbacks and a team ERA that's, a tenth of a point lower than the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are 11-7. They're 5-11. They have a exact replica of the team OPS of the Brewers, who are 13-5, and the Giants are 5-11. Like, the underlying numbers are still supportive of a team that's got talent and could be a good team. But, at some point, forget about that. You got to find a way to win some games. They haven't been doing it at all.
Yeah, I mean, David Villar's been struggling. Obviously, Crawford's been struggling, but like J.D. Davis is ripping the cover off the ball. Joey Bart's kind of turning it around quietly. I don't want to jinx anything, but to me, the best player on this team right now, who I believe, he's got a long way to go. We're so early in this year. Tyro Tyro Estrada looks like an all-star, though. Putting the ball in play, running the bases, positional versatility, shoring up some of the defensive woes from last year. He's just a really good ball player. I really enjoy watching Tyro Estrada.
Totally agree. He would be the next guy on the list if you're thinking about, okay, Logan Webb is locked up. This team has a severe lack of young, projectable talent that's at the major league level right now. That's really, really hurting this team right now. Tyro's next in line for the guy you can say, okay, look ahead, not just this year, but the next 5 years, who can be a big part of this franchise. I think Tyro's next on that list because of all the things you talked about. He's going to play shortstop today. Who knows? Maybe he's going to be playing more shortstop as we move ahead in this season. We'll see how he handles that. He does still have some work to do. The defensive numbers are better. They're not perfect. Last night, you absolutely must turn that double play. You must turn a double play in a big spot late in a game where you get a ground ball right to you, and the Giants didn't do it. And that's like, it didn't cost them a run last night. It's cost them a run many times over the last 2 years. That's inexcusable. You have to get 2 outs on that ground ball. And so there's still some things to clean up, but Tyro's playing at a very high level. And I do think you're right. He's got a chance to be an all-star.
No doubt, Flem. We know you got a game to get ready for. We do appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next Monday. Hopefully we have a 2-2 series with the Golden State Warriors, and hopefully the Giants can get back on track. The tone will hopefully be a lot different here in the Bay Area. Flem, you're the man. Have a good call today.
Thanks, Dave.
And my last thought, I'll agree with you. They can win Game 3 without Draymond. They can.
Let's go.
Draymond's going to play better. Kuminga's going to play better. They can win Game 3. In fact, I'll say it. They're going to win.
Let's go.
That's the positivity I was looking for today, Dave Fleming. We needed that. Have a good call,
Let's go, Dave.
See you guys.
See you later, Dave Fleming here on the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game.